And welcome to the bonus episode.
Hi!
It's been a while. So, after beating the game, we unlocked 2 new difficulties. Hard for advanced players, and Extra for master gamers only.
I see.
And we're gonna go in easy just to show off what Extra mode is.
Okay.
So Extra mode is you select a chapter, and you try and beat that chapter with the best possible score, and then it's uploaded to leaderboards. So you can choose any chapter.
Okay.
And we're gonna go with the Cryo Armorous chapter.
Aww.
And we had to pick a costume, which
Okay.
since we unlocked a bunch. And we're actually gonna show up what costumes there are. So it's like old armor, which is the stuff from the prologue.
Okay. Which is, slightly more efficient armor than you get in the actual game.
Yeah. Got Rider Enoch and Dark Enoch. And we got Special Enoch, who has
rocking the 90s double denim.
Yeah, double denim, which gives you invulnerability and a few other things.
Wow.
So for starters, we're gonna just go with old armor.
Do you remember Armoros?
Wow. That double denim is
He was the angel.
an interesting look, shall we say.
Yeah. So something new. We have a user interface now.
Go to him.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So we do.
So we keep track of our score and our health.
Oh, that's nice.
And of course we start off unarmed since we weren't anywhere
Of course.
before.
Of course.
So obviously this is easy mode since they just fall after one punch.
Yeah.
Hard mode means enemies are more sturdy and you take more damage, and extra mode basically one shot breaks your armor, so you can survive 2 hits.
Oh, wow. That's, like, pretty crazy.
It is. But it is basically just a score attack mode, so you just upload your stats to leaderboards, and I think you could also use this mode to get any collectibles you missed,
Alright, okay.
so it's also good for that.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm never gonna get bored of how pretty this game is.
Yeah, although this is one of the more bloomy levels.
Yeah. Like, it is so very, very, very pretty.
Yeah, I went with this level because it kind of shows, it has a lot of close-up shots, and you have a bit of everything in it, and also because there's dancing.
Yeah. And it's not like geometry puzzle platform hell.
Nope. Do you want to know what I had to do to get the Dark Enoch costume?
What did you have to do to get the Dark Enoch costume?
Beat the Armorous level without falling into a single pit.
Wow.
And I managed to somehow do it.
Nice.
What's that child doing here?
And here's a Dark Enoch costume.
Could she have followed you?
I don't really like the Dark Enoch costume that much, to be honest.
I don't know. I think it looks much better on bulkier enemies like the Watchers. It
Yeah.
doesn't really work on skinnier little Enoch. It looks like a bad cosplay. Well, it looks like a kind of cosplay that you'd give an A for effort, but you kind of not like it anyway. The costumes don't actually do anything aside from the special costume,
Oh, okay.
so it's all purely cosmetic. The score you get is based on a few things. Obviously combos and collecting little things. You also get a time bonus, and there is a secret bonus, which differs from level to level.
Okay.
I am not entirely sure what it is in each level. I only know that for the Armorous one, it's to not fall into a single pit.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Just to get points for smashing pots.
Yeah, of course you do. Why wouldn't you? It is a very pretty level.
Yeah, it is.
There is no time to stop.
Although, like, obviously it's been a little while since we've kind of recorded any of this, because we kind of, like, just did as much of it as we could in one go.
Yeah.
But, like, I totally forgotten, like, just how stylish everything is. It's a shame the combat gets a little repetitive, because it is very, very, very stylish.
Talk to you later. Your persistence is
Another thing the UI does is give us enemy health.
Oh, interesting.
And a cool little thing is that each watcher has a different icon corresponding to their theme.
Okay.
So Azazel has his
Flies.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I didn't miss having a UI when in the main playthrough, but at the same time, like, quite often I felt it would have been nice to have enemy hit bars, just because, I mean, there was some of those fights where it just felt that you were doing you were fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, but not actually achieving very much.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just trained to, like, expect to be able to, because everything has health bars in every game ever, we're sort of like, maybe we're just kind of trained to expect being able to watch them go down, but...
I think that, like, narratively, it's a good choice to have it only in the first playthrough here, because I think that having health on enemies would make them less intimidating on the watchers. Because they'd seem like at first when I played, they seemed like something you can't beat, but if you see a health bar, then you realize, oh yeah, this is something you can
If
beat.
you stat it, it will die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think the main point here is that this is there to help you get a larger score, because you'll know what's effective and how you're doing.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't miss having it, but
Yeah.
I think there was certain points where I kind of felt that, like, you had so little idea or there was so little indication as to whether or not you were actually making any progress.
Yeah.
Like the big kind of God of War style Nephilim, that certainly, I mean, that was a fight that just went on too long. And I felt for a lot of that, it would have been more helpful to actually be able to see some kind of progress. Other than, there's lights that change colour that you might not actually notice.
Yeah.
Because I certainly didn't notice them until you pointed them out.
So the special outfit has a permanent Uriel at the end of our combos.
Whoa, that thing is OP!
Yeah, and you take no damage whatsoever.
That's ridiculously overpowered!
Yeah, which is why you
What is
actually
the-
don't
what is the
don't get
point of
scores.
that?
Well, it's just a point for a joy, right? Like, you don't, if you see our score is stuck at 0, we're not actually getting any points.
Yeah.
So the only points you get is for time and for the secret bonus.
Okay.
But since you're missing out on the main combat score, you can never actually achieve a high rank with it.
Interesting.
So it's basically there just for show, and you get it by collecting all the bones of Ishtar.
Okay.
So that's Armoros's Nephilim.
Oh, it looks so happy and peaceful.
Yeah.
Back again.
Hey, Grandma! Yeah, we are back again.
So Grandma has pig icons.
Of course she does.
And we don't particularly care if she does any damage because, well, we're invulnerable.
We're wearing the denim of invulnerability.
I do love how, like, the double denim gives you invulnerability.
I like how you're wearing it with sandals.
Yeah. That's like 90s surfer dude.
You might be worth fighting for real.
And angelic confetti.
Yeah.
I do wish that the outfits were a bit more than just cosmetic. Like, if you could have the dark attacks from Dark Enoch.
Yeah.
Watch your feet.
His feet are probably all wet from the water.
From wearing sandals underwater.
Yeah. I didn't actually show this off in the initial playthrough since this is the wrong path, so to say, the
Okay.
bottom one.
Man, underwater levels are always so pretty.
Yeah. And unlike Sonic games, there's no drowning here.
It's a shame that like underwater levels are rarely done well because they're always so pretty,
Yeah.
but they're also like always so frustrating.
Well, this is underwater only visually.
Yeah.
Generally, underwater levels, they just switch it up by adding a breathing mechanic or just messing with your movement.
Yeah. Or kind of moving from, or like kind of like expanding your space into like a really 3D space, which ends up just being frustrating.
Yeah. And here is Ryder Enoch. And all his glowy neon goodness.
Oh man, that was my favorite stage of the entire game.
Yeah, it was the best one.
Hey. We're still underwater.
It'll have a clearer view. This is the last costume we're showing
Can't
off,
tell ya.
so it'll be a bit
Who knows what
more
he was thinking?
clearer in the next section.
It'll be some reunion.
One thing that makes me sad though is that the suit is like really good, but it also comes off when you take damage rather than just changing the colors like in the bike level.
Okay. Well, of course it comes off when you take damage. The whole point of this game is the more hurt you are, the more naked you are.
Yeah.
It's like just, you know, random little bits of fan service.
Hey, you remember this absolutely annoying section?
Yeah.
There are still as many enemies as in normal difficulty.
Fun.
And hey, now we actually see how many hits that overboost that was.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, there's nothing like great by seeing the combo go over 100.
Yeah, definitely.
The Gale is definitely the combo weapon for this.
The Gale is definitely my favourite weapon in the whole game, I think.
I should just probably make a game with the Gale as the only weapon. But thankfully, they don't take forever to kill this time.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is probably my big complaint about this game is, although the combat is incredibly beautiful and stylish, it does just seem to get quite tedious.
Well, I usually, when I show off these games, I usually go with normal, because I figure that's how it's intended to be played. But if the combat is too drawn out, then people can just play easy mode, honestly.
Yeah.
It doesn't content gate you from difficulties.
I mean,
And
I don't mind games with difficulty-based content gates, but I don't really enjoy artificial difficulty through tedium.
Yeah.
And it's something a lot of games are guilty of, and it's really bloody frustrating.
I think it's like a general fear because people decide, oh, I paid X amount of money for this, it needs to last an X amount of time, and then the developers are afraid, so they pad out content.
Yeah, I never understand that mentality. It's
Like I said, who knows what he was
it's just.
thinking?
I mean, okay, a lot of it I think just comes from pure entitlement more than anything else, but it does really annoy me. I just you know.
It's about like entitlement and a bit of marketing.
No, he's acting like your friend.
I mean, if I've really, really enjoyed a game and spent £20-30 on it, if I've really enjoyed it, then as far as I'm concerned, it's been worth the money. It doesn't matter how long it is.
Yeah. But this was sounded like a AA budget game, so it meant it had to go for big sales with a lower budget.
Yeah. Man, I love this bit.
But yeah, it's probably the best moment in the game. I think like this moment where he pauses for like 5 seconds before he takes off.
Armoros
The
is
mask.
brilliant. So
Like-
stylish.
I like do wish there was some context as to why you have to fight him, because so far it seems like you're buddies. I don't know if it's peer pressure or
I mean, you know,
whatever.
he's never ambushed you, he's never attacked you, and then all of a sudden you show up and interrupt his like dance routine by like killing his backup dancers. I mean, frankly, Enoch's the one that's being rude.
I actually think that this is not even like you interrupting the show. I think he organized this show for Enoch.
True. But you're still killing his backup dancers.
Well, look at them, they have seashells for heads. It's scary.
It's all part of the effect.
Also, not sure if you noticed Armoros' health icon.
It's a seashell.
Yeah. So, pro tip, if you're playing this section, the Gale is by far superior, because the enemies are actually located beyond invisible walls, so you can't reach them unless they come to you.
Okay.
But if you have the Gale, you can reach them.
This really is the best level. Well, one of them anyway. This is,
Which when Uriel said, "Allow me to help," that he would just jump in and dance with you.
that would be epic! I would pay good money to see that.
Also, because we're doing so much damage with individual hits here, on easy mode, the weapons get dirty much faster as well.
Okay.
And never gets old.
It really doesn't.
That was the one moment that made me just decide, yeah, this needs to be an LP.
It's such a bonkers game.
Oh, it is.
It's just
What's
so
up, Armoros?
beautifully made.
Forget to pay your bill?
So there's one drawback, like, you keep your default costume in cutscenes for some reason.
I guess I can understand, like... Oh man, Armoros. He's fantastic. Best character.
Just changing outfits.
So you can actually cancel their parries if you go into overboost mode.
Okay.
Since your stun overrides their stun.
I see.
Yeah, that practically just took away an entire section of itself.
That's such a cool looking attack.
It is. So good.
I love the way he just kind of like swishes around you in order to dodge. That's so cool.
I think more games need enemies that are actually dancing or fighting you.
Yeah, definitely. I like how we've just gone back to like commenting on what's actually going on. But no, it is. I guess it's nice to kind of have that ability to go back and like just play certain levels. Like,
Yeah, play them again without pressure.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing that like I'd kind of like to see more of is just being able to go in and select like a certain chapter or a certain part of a game rather than having to slog all the way through it just for like one little bit.
Yeah, some games just don't like to do that. I think that the reason they kind of introduced this entire score attack mode was to give some longevity to the game, because really
it's not a
once
particularly long game.
it's not a long game, and when you beat it once, there's nothing more to kind of uncover.
Yeah.
Like the collectibles add flavor more than they do actual.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
content.
have a lot of incentive for it. Wouldn't without something like this, there wouldn't be a lot of incentive for replayability.
Yeah. So grade A isn't the top ranking.
Let me guess, grade S.
No, actually, S is above A, and then above S, it's G for godly
Wow.
or
Okay.
godlike.
Okay. I see.
So A is kind of third degree.
Oh, okay.